How can you not be romantic about baseball?
Number 20, 42.
Yeah, what you gonna do if one of these pitchers throws through your head?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jack. Yeah.
I'll duck.
Jackie Robinson was one of the most seminal baseball players to ever take the field. Not only because he broke the color barrier upon starting for the Brooklyn Dodgers in 1947, but also because he backed up his presence with 10 All-Star seasons in the big leagues and superb off-field decorum in the face of great adversity. He even became the first player to have his number 42 retired across all of MLB. Obviously, such a legacy is tough to live up to. And while the biopic 42 may not achieve the same stature, it more than gets the job done.
You want a player who doesn't have the guts to fight back?
Led by actors like the late great Chadwick Boseman and Harrison Ford, it's hard not to get swept up in its theatrics and ardor.
You believe that, don't you?
I don't think it matters what I believe. Only what I do.
Number 19, The Karate Kid. Skirting the line between sports movie and coming-of-age teen drama is 1984's The Karate Kid.
Karate here. Karate here. Karate never here.
While the discipline of karate is unlike many of the other sports depicted here, the plot mechanics of the movie more than make it eligible for this list. In one of the ultimate zero-to-hero character arcs, teenager Daniel LaRusso takes up the martial art to defend himself from tormentors in his new hometown. Trained by the tragically wise Mr. Miyagi, he rides a series of compelling montages to prove his doubters wrong. It all culminates in the regional tournament, where he overcomes physical and mental hurdles to win the day with one awesome move. There's a reason this classic spawned a whole franchise that continues to this day. Number 18, Fighting with My Family. The newest entry on this list, Fighting with My Family, came out of nowhere. Partly because it starred a then-unknown Florence Pugh, but partly because it depicted a relatively recent story in the world of sports.
What if I screw up?
You won't. Come on, you're gonna smash it tomorrow.
How do you know?
Because you're a knight. Wrestling's in your blood.
That's not good. That makes it sound like hepatitis.
Here, Pugh plays Paige, an aspiring wrestler who comes from a family full of them. Her dream is to make it to the WWE, but things take a turn when she qualifies for training, whereas her brother Zach does not. From here, we get two stories for the price of one, as the former struggles with the pressure to succeed, while the latter struggles to move on.
Okay, do you actually know what it's like, Leia, to want one thing in life? One dream that you think about every single day, you work for, and you train for, and you get that close to it, and then your own sister takes it away from you. And then it turns out she doesn't even want it in the first place.
Thanks to strong performances and compelling storytelling, Fighting with My Family manages to give non-wrestling fans a newfound appreciation for the sport.
My name is Paige, and this is my house now!
Number 17, Breaking Away. Our first Oscar winner on this list, Breaking Away took home the award for Best Original Screenplay, and for good reason.
How you doing, guys?
Well, we're a little disturbed by the developments in the Middle East, but other than that.
This coming-of-age movie follows 4 recent high school graduates in the college town of Bloomington, Indiana, as they continually clash with the university students. The sports angle comes in through the likes of Dave, whose fascination with Italian culture, particularly competitive cycling, gives the gang the opportunity to prove they're more than just local cutters.
They're gonna keep calling us cutters. To them, it's just a dirty word. To me, it's just something else I never got a chance to be.
While the movie has a lot more to offer than just friendly competition, like a who's who of future stars, we can't help but cheer when Dave brings it home in the climactic race against the college kids. Number 16, The Blind Side. Granted, not all aspects of The Blind Side are historically accurate, and its depiction of race relations likely warrants a whole other discussion it doesn't entirely address. But it is hard to argue with the movie's dramatic elements.
Tony here's your quarterback, all right? You protect his blind side. When you look at him, you think of me, how you have my back, how you have his, okay? All right, Tony, go.
Sandra Bullock stars as Leanne Toohey in a role that would earn her an Oscar. When Leanne comes across the likes of struggling 17-year-old Michael Oher, she resolves herself and her family to take him in. En route to a full adoption, Leanne guides Michael into taking up football, which he excels at. From there, Michael enrolls to play at college, which would eventually lead him to being drafted into the NFL.
Honey, you're changing that boy's life. No. He's changing mine.
Number 15, Cinderella Man. Oddly enough, the term Cinderella has become synonymous with sports stories, particularly those of the underdogs. This movie depicts one of its earliest uses in sports, specifically in referring to boxer James J. Braddock, aka the Cinderella Man.
The Cinderella Man.
Cinderella Man?
Yeah.
Oh, I like it. It's kind of girly.
Yeah, kinda.
Braddock earned this nickname by making one of the greatest comebacks in sports history, overcoming ostensible retirement due to multiple injuries and outright poverty in the wake of the Great Depression, to claim the World Heavyweight title in 1935.
You're everybody's hope. And yet your kid's a hero. And you are the champion of my heart, James J. Braddock.
Here, Ron Howard reteams with his Beautiful Mind star Russell Crowe to bring Braddock's tale to cinematic life. With a story that's tailor-made for the movies, the filmmakers do it justice by building up Braddock's ascension out of hopelessness to sheer triumph.
You son of a bitch!
Jim Braddock has defeated Max Smith for the heavyweight championship of the world!
Number 14, Seabiscuit. Another movie set during the Great Depression, this Cinderella story instead follows that of a horse.
Kinda small, isn't he? Gonna look a lot smaller in a second, Georgie.
Perhaps the most famous racehorse ever, Seabiscuit was a relatively small stallion that managed to surpass expectations and capture hearts everywhere. Naturally, this too made for prime big screen stuff, and Gary Ross's 2003 namesake film does not disappoint.
I got better. He made me better. Hell, you made me better. Jesus Christ. And that's as much my horse as it is yours.
Here, Tobey Maguire stars as jockey John Red Pollard, whose plucky disposition makes him a perfect fit for the title horse. Injury later sidelines Red for the big race against a Triple Crown winning rival, but all his and Seabiscuit's hard work pays off as the latter wins the race of the century. Red's later recovery and persistence in the face of further injury inspires us to never give up our passions. Number 13, Chariots of Fire. These days, Chariots of Fire is best known for one iconic Vangelis score and a slow-motion run on the beach. While that scene is magnificent in bookending the film, this Best Picture winner has a lot more to offer. Set in the early 20th century, the film primarily follows two real-life Olympic runners, the Scottish Eric Liddell and the English Harold Abrahams. As the two are selected to represent Great Britain in the 1924 Games, they're each forced to confront how their passions clash with their religious beliefs on the world's largest stage.
I believe that God made me for a purpose. For China. But he also made me fast. And when I run, I feel his pleasure.
Moreover, the film deftly depicts the inner turmoil every athlete contends with in the pressure to succeed, which makes it all the more gratifying when these two finally win gold. Number 12, Bend It Like Beckham. While many movies on this list are based on true events, Bend It Like Beckham instead leans into the personability surrounding the plot to get viewers in its corner. Indeed, many of writer-director Gurinder Chadha's movies chronicle the struggles of Indian women living in the UK, and this comedy drama is no different. Here, protagonist Jess seeks to pursue a future in soccer or football against the wishes of her traditional Sikh family.
No more football!
Just your mother is right. It's not nice. You must start behaving like a proper woman.
As one might expect, this leads to Jess living a double life that's rife with misconceptions and humorous moments. But underneath that is a compelling story of identity, as we relate to Jess's plight of honoring her family while still wanting to forge her own path.
I don't want her to make the same mistakes that her father made of accepting life, accepting situations. I want her to fight. And I want her to win.
Number 11, Coach Carter.
You, shooting the ball. What's your name, sir?
Jason Lau, but I ain't no sir.
You're not a sir. Well, are you a madam?
If there's one role Samuel L. Jackson was born to play, it may just be that of a hard-ass basketball coach. Indeed, Jackson is stellar as the real-life Ken Carter, who managed to change the lives of several young athletes during his time coaching high school basketball in Richmond, California. Moreover, Carter made sure every single one of his players over his 5-year tenure graduated, making sure they put scholastic interests ahead of athletic ones. While the basketball featured in Coach Carter is exhilarating, it's not the crux of the story. Instead, rather than the climactic playoff game they ultimately lose, it's the fact that Carter is able to inspire his students into excelling at all aspects of life that's the true victory.
What you achieved is that ever-elusive victory within. And gentlemen, I am so proud of you.
Number 10, Invictus. Whereas most movies on this list focus on sports in the Western world, this drama shifts it to the nation of South Africa. The story is set around the events of the 1995 Rugby World Cup, where the national team, the Springboks, won their first title. The achievement was particularly meaningful for the host country as it was just coming out of the devastating effects of apartheid.
How charged with punishment the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul.
Naturally, politics play a key role in the film, as Morgan Freeman stars as then-President Nelson Mandela. Freeman is excellent in the role, as is Matt Damon as Springboks captain Francois Pienaar.
Do you hear? Listen to your country. 7 minutes. 7 minutes. Defense, defense, defense. This is it. This is our destiny.
Coupled with Clint Eastwood's sharp directing, Invictus greatly succeeds in depicting a watershed moment in international sports history. Number 9, Remember the Titans. How could we forget? Another sports drama that tackles racial tensions, Remember the Titans does it perhaps better than its contemporaries.
The world don't give a damn about how sensitive these kids are, especially the young black kids.
You ain't doing these kids a favor by patronizing them. You're crippling them.
Here, Denzel Washington stars as Coach Herman Boone, who joins the T.C. Williams High School football team in Alexandria, Virginia for the 1971 season. Not only that, but the school has become more racially integrated than ever, as does the football team by proxy. Obviously, tensions are high, but leave it to Washington's stern yet captivating intonations to bring everyone together.
I don't care if you like each other or not, but you will respect each other. And maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll learn to play this game like men.
Even though the team goes undefeated en route to a state championship, every single down is filled with excitement, and we can't help but celebrate when they finally achieve the impossible. Number 8, Field of Dreams. It's hard not to be romantic about baseball, and baseball movies seldom get more romantic than Field of Dreams. Here, Kevin Costner plays Ray, an Iowa farmer who gets messages from beyond to construct a baseball field in his cornstalks. From there, since-departed players like Shoeless Joe Jackson appear to play once more, as Ray is further encouraged to bring people to the field.
I'd wake up at night with the smell of the ballpark in my nose. The cool of the grass on my feet. The thrill of the grass.
Even though the movie doesn't have an actual athlete for a protagonist, it manages to get so much right about the love of the game. It's also a testament to always follow your heart and your dreams, even if they may seem crazy to others. This is one we can never get sick of.
Hey, Dad?
You want to have a catch?
I'd like that.
Number 7, Warrior. Now here's a fictional sports story so moving, it had people fooled into believing it was based on true events.
I said I know you in the Corps.
I wasn't in the Corps.
You ain't no better than me. My brother was in the Corps.
Despite growing up in the same toxic household, estranged brothers Tommy and Brendan could not be more different. Tommy, played by Tom Hardy, is a returning veteran, whereas Brendan, played by Joel Edgerton, is a high school physics teacher struggling to make ends meet following his daughter's medical issues. Out of necessity and their mutual badassery, the brothers both enter a mixed martial arts tournament needing the cash prize. But their past is brought back to light when they each make it to the finals. More grounded than most inspirational sports movies, Warrior is a family drama you won't soon forget.
It's a loser.
Number 6, The Natural. It doesn't matter if you're watching baseball when you hear it or not. This Randy Newman score is bound to give you chills. Backing up those sounds is The Natural story about the fictional Roy Hobbs, a former up-and-coming baseball star who finally gets his chance in the majors after having his youth mercilessly taken away from him. There are a lot of moving parts to this one, but where the movie succeeds is in its simplicity, easily capturing the ethos of the game and transposing it to the screen.
Go pick me out a winner, Bobby.
Okay.
Robert Redford is stellar as Hobbs, whose recaptured vigor helps turn a flailing team into contenders. Hobbs persisting in playing the game he loves, even at the risk of his life, never fails to enthrall. Number 5, Hoosiers. After all these years, Hoosiers is still the ultimate small-town team rises up to beat the big dog Cinderella story.
Well, those of you who don't know, my name is Norman Dale. I coached college ball for 10 years, but it's been 12 years since I've blown this, so I'm going to be learning from you just like you learned from me.
Another tough coach, Gene Hackman's Norman Dale, arrives in the fictional town of Hickory, Indiana to revitalize the high school basketball program. The people of Hickory have a fervor for the sport, but Dale's no-nonsense coaching style quickly irks just about everyone. However, upon instilling belief in his players that they can achieve greatness, Dale is kept on and ultimately takes them to the state championship.
Don't get caught up thinking about winning or losing this game. If you put your effort and concentration into playing to your potential, to be the best that you can be, I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end of the game, in my book, we're going to be winners.
There, in one of the most improbable upsets of all time, they defeat the big city favorites and bring the title home to Hickory. If that's not inspiring, we don't know what is. Number 4, Brian's Song. Brian's Song holds the distinction of being the only made-for-TV movie on this list. It is so powerful, in fact, that it has managed to transcend its boundaries and become one of the most revered sports films of all time.
What the hell do you do on fake draw screen right?
Well, on a fake draw screen right, I pick up a linebacker if he's coming. Unless, of course, it's Butkus, then I simply notify the quarterback sent for preacher.
The late James Caan plays Brian Piccolo, a running back for the Chicago Bears who was given a terminal cancer diagnosis during his rookie season. The story is made even more dynamic through the lens of his teammate Gale Sayers, played by Billy D. Williams.
Joy's expecting again. Hey, that's great. Yeah, we think so. You know, if it's a boy, we kind of like to name it after you. Real good. Yeah, it's got a real nice ring to it.
Go!
Spade Piccolo.
Piccolo and Sayers are roomed together, a racially integrated situation that was basically unheard of back in 1965, and the two become close friends. Seriously, if you want to cry and be moved, you need only watch Brian's song.
I'm gonna get you next training camp. I'm gonna get you. I'll be waiting.
Number 3, Miracle. Before giving us Warrior, Gavin O'Connor directed this movie about the 1980 U.S. Winter Olympics hockey team. As many people will already know, the team defied all expectations when it defeated a much more experienced Soviet squad at the height of the Cold War on their way to taking home the gold. Regardless, the movie manages to enthrall from beginning to end.
Tonight, we are the greatest hockey team in the world. You were born to be hockey players.
Kurt Russell is magnetic as Coach Herb Brooks, whose insight into picking not the best players, but the right ones is just the first step on a long road to glory. Indeed, we feel the rigorous training regimens along with the players, which makes it all the more gratifying in the end. Miracle shows just how well movies can recreate timeless moments.
You believe in miracles? Yes!
Number 2, Rudy.
Rudy, 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 Rudy.
3 features after Hoosiers, David Anspaugh returned to the sports genre to direct Rudy, a biopic about one-time Notre Dame football player Daniel Rudy Rudiger. While the movie embellishes a good deal about the theatrics of Rudiger's story, we cannot deny it makes for riveting filmmaking.
The secret to happiness in this life is to be grateful for the gifts the good Lord has bestowed upon us. Rudy, not everyone is meant to go to college.
Here, Sean Astin's Rudy is told time and again he doesn't have the physique to make the collegiate team. But his all-time dream to be a member of the Fighting Irish won't be denied. He works, he studies, and he toils for years just to get on the practice squad, and even more so just to get on the field. But in the end, thanks to the support of his teammates, Rudy finally sees his dream become reality. Number 1, Rocky. You knew it was coming. This boxing drama from the streets of Philadelphia is the ultimate underdog story, as is the behind-the-scenes one surrounding writer-star Sylvester Stallone. A virtual nobody in the world of boxing, Rocky Balboa is serendipitously given a bout against the heavyweight world champion. Not expected to win by a long shot, all Rocky wants is to go the distance, to prove that he belongs in the ring.
Seeing that bell rings and I'm still standing. I'm gonna know for the first time in my life, see? That I weren't just another bum from the neighborhood.
He trains, he falls in love, and he trains some more. It's an emotional journey for both him and us, which makes it all the more satisfying when he holds his own. Rocky may not come out on top, but he earns the respect of the whole world and himself, making him the real winner.
I love you. I love you.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.